Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Today it's exciting because we have Mr. Connor Flanagan with us, who is a musician and youth minister, and we also went to Franciscan University of Steubenville together, so we go way back, and we actually did their study abroad program in Austria together. So shout out to any of you guys that may have done that or are going to. And that's kind of where it all started, right?
Yeah, and that whole semester was just a time where I really kind of first started diving into like real songwriting. I had written some stuff in middle school and kind of in high school, but it really all started that semester.
That's so cool. So at the talent show.
Yeah, at the talent show.
Who would have thought? So, okay, when you started then, it was kind of more singer-songwriter, and now you've evolved. It's more kind of like spoken word, almost rap. So like, what has that evolution process been?
Yeah, well, I think I've always had the desire to go further into hip hop and rap, but I didn't know how to get there. So it was just like a natural transition. You know, I grew up loving hip hop and rap music, and then I moved from playing the flute and the tin whistle to playing the guitar.
Okay.
And then as I got into Franciscan, I started to lead worship, and you know, everyone at Franciscan plays guitar. So I was able to easily learn and really grow in my worship leading skills. And then when I would sit down to write a song, it was just kind of like how the words came out. You know, like they would just kind of come out in this like poetic, like hip hop rap way. And then just on the practical side of that, I started meeting people who had more skills in hip hop production. And so as my writing went that way, I met people who could kind of jump on my team and help me create that music.
And so the producer you've been working for is like pretty well known, right?
He's Grammy nominated producer, was a member of DC Talk for a while, has toured with Kelly Clarkson. He'd written a lot for Grits, worked with Toby Mac. So all of these artists that I grew up going to their concerts, like he was performing at these concerts, which was just like crazy to me.
That's crazy, and now he's helping you.
Yeah, so when we first got connected, it was a dream come true. I was like, wait, I get to like work, like you want to help me with my music, you know? And it's just been, I mean, it's like, he's top notch, and the other you know, few people that he brought onto the project were just as skilled and awesome, and more so than any of their skills, they're just authentic, awesome, genuine people. So
neat. So what was the process? So if you started just as like, oh, this is something I want to pick up, this is a skill I want to develop, how are you then like producing with some of these amazing people?
I mean, honestly, I don't want this to sound like a cop-out, but most of it is me just staying faithful. Okay. You know, like from that first song that I wrote in Austria and always having this desire, I was like, Lord, the best advice I would have ever given was never say no to an opportunity. I would play for awkward youth groups, I would play for big conferences, I would play for my family, friends, whoever it was, and it was just always, every time I played, I was like, this is another step in the right direction. And I kept just walking through those doors. So whether they were live opportunities to play music, whether they were opportunities to write music with people, record music with people, slowly but surely, that paired with the practical side of like networking and like the actual work that goes into this, not just like blind faith, you know, and
exactly.
trust.
How do you balance that then? Because you're also married and you're newly married too, so that's a whole adjustment, and then if this is taking off, that's a lot to be juggling.
I mean, my wife is so supportive. You know, she kind of from a little bit more of an outsider perspective can like look and see the big picture of like, Connor, no, clearly like this is where the Lord has you, and look at everything he's done up to this point.
So what would you say then to other people, because there are plenty of people kind of like you who probably are watching and thinking like, this is ideal, that's what I want to do, but they're kind of got that wish and a prayer too.
I mean, I wrestle with that all the time, if I should like, you know, I'm a full-time youth minister, and so right now my primary ministry is at my parish to those kids, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love discipleship, I love my small groups, I love those kids, but there is this tension of like, I mean, I really do want to do music like completely full-time at some point. It'll always be tied in with ministry, but I don't know, I think the Lord opens those doors, and I think that's just something you need to discern, whether like, is it a time to make a full-time leap? Is it not? The more you trust and the more doors the Lord opens, the more you can kind of step firmly into those.
Yeah,
you know?
No, that's true.
So
what's your goal with your music? Like, what's your passion behind it?
I want to turn people's hearts towards heaven. And whether that's someone who's never experienced God, whether that's someone who is complacent in their relationship with God, whether that's a fully formed, faithful person who just needs a new fresh take on who the Lord is in their life. And the way I want to do that is through joy. And that joy, not to turn them back to my music, but hopefully to turn them to the Creator. And it's hard to stay committed to that though, because in the grand scheme of music, and I'm sure you probably feel this in the grand scheme of like your career and other people who are doing what you do, it's like, am I making a difference? Like I'm one person, it's so small, but you know, you can impact the next person who can impact 5 more. I mean, Jesus started with 12, right?
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's true. It always starts small.
Yeah.
So you just launched a new album. That just came out.
Just a month ago.
Okay, that's so exciting. So where can people get that if they want to check it out?
Yeah, so it's on all digital music sites, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play, all those places. And you can order hard copies on my website, connorflanaganmusic.com. So it's all over.
Okay, so final question. How do you take your coffee?
Ooh, just black. I've become a snob since I've lived in the Twin Cities because their coffee game is very strong out there. So I prefer pour over.
Okay.
But this Hobbit mug, have you guys seen this? Is incredible. So
we found this in my cabinet. I didn't even know we had it. Like, someone must have made it.
That's awesome.
It's ridiculous. So good, guys. Please do check out Connor Flanagan, all his music, all the platforms you just said. Remind us again.
My website, connorflanaganmusic.com. Instagram, Facebook is iFlowAcoustic, so you can follow me there.
So there's no shortage of places to check him out on. And we'll be doing a culture piece with him, which we're really excited about. So we'll be featuring one of his songs. So make sure you check out the culture playlist within Ascension Presents, and we'll have that there for you. So until then, let us know in the comments below if there are any other musicians you guys know of that you'd like us to interview or do a caffeinated conversation with, or even just feature on the Culture channel. So we wish you guys well. We're praying for you and hope you have a lovely day. Cheers.
Peace.